So yesterday evening, I did a task, pretty big task, which was on the long finger, a little bit anyway. Remember the lovely willow arch that I made from my rose because the previous arch had collapsed? Well, I did actually get some trellis, and I thought it was stacked all around the garden, and I thought I'll use this to make a new arch. Something strong, something much wider, because this is a rambling rose. So I needed something really wide where it could just ramble, up and over and down. So this is what I made. Now, it's tied up with string. I need to get some of this green wire. I found a wee bit of it there, but anyway, I need to get some more. Get a roll of that. It's on my shopping list. And you can see, look, this is a massive trunk to it, which I'd cut back. Do you remember all the cutting back that I did on this? Because the whole thing had fallen over. Well, it's actually got two stems coming up. So this should support it pretty well. Now, I paid, look, €35 each for these. Pretty expensive, I know. But strong and well made. I must just get that wee tag off. Anyway, let's just go back and have a wee look at it. I'll walk down this way and then look back. It's a lovely morning. It's about 10 to 8, something like that. There we go. Now, I don't like kind of straight lines and squares, but that rambling rose is going to sprawl all over it and cover it and give it a beautiful softening. So, yeah. It's wider at this end, tapers off there. I'll walk up here and look back. See, this willow arch is great because it's not actually supporting anything as such. It's just supporting itself. And the jostaberries. Look at these jostaberries. Yeah, lots of them. Let's pan back. There we go. Now, so that's another job done. Because of course these storms and high winds are going to be, well, they have always been part of the Irish landscape. Don't forget that we are the very last landmass before America. We have the Atlantic Ocean on one side of it. The Atlantic Ocean is over that way, and the prevailing winds are coming this way. And then a lot of the time we get winds from the south, which is up that way, southwest, coming over there. So, look, that's just the nature of nature. So that's all right. I can live with that. People on this island have lived with that for thousands of years. That's the reality of it. Ferns growing under the quince and alongside the Montbretia. Euphorbia and rhododendrons. So how's this for a cluster? I've got cotoneaster, geranium, Montbretia, that's crocosmia, raspberry, rhubarb, and various other plants, all coming up in a tiny little spot. And they're all doing well. Euphorbia, or Euphorbia, Aquilegia. Cluster planting, where you plant in a cluster. because the plants will support each other, and especially if you feed them. They've all got to have food, otherwise one will try to take from the other if they get hungry, right? But with cluster planting, the plants sort of protect each other as well. Do you see how they're doing it here? Red sorrel in a pot. And this is the Kanzan cherry tree, just coming into its own. Beautiful sight. So my last task before I upload this video, I'm just charging up the batteries for my lawnmower in order to get a little bit of shape put back into the paths. Now I'm going to try to avoid, well I will definitely avoid the primroses over there, but yeah, I just need to have a bit of a tidy up, don't I? But I have always advocated for planting closely together, and it does not harm the plants. In fact, they appear to thrive. So if you look here, I've got blackcurrant. Now this is a little hawthorn tree which is coming up on its own volition. Cotoneaster, which I pointed out the other day. This is a little tree that I keep cut down as a shrub. I've got along the ground lots and lots of London Pride, which is coming into flower. I've got Aquilegia. I've got geranium. I've got sedums. See, when you look closely, you can see them all. I've got Crucosmia montbretia. I've got various little anemones, and so on and so forth. And raspberry. It's all growing there. And if you look, you will see that there's absolutely no loss on any one of those plants. For example, masses of black currants. A plant won't fruit if it's not happy. Masses of flowers. A plant won't flower if it's not happy. Oh, this is Josterberry here. So, same with the raspberries. Look, lots of raspberry flowers coming out. Look at the plants. Become an observer. Let the plants guide you. You know, I love gardening books. I love looking at pictures. But I have my own ideas then. Because I'm an observer. I've always been a people watcher. And over the past half of my life, I've become a plant watcher. Cluster planting. So, I've just returned from Belfast, spending a few days with my lovely daughter, son-in-law, and my two gorgeous granddaughters. And myself and my daughter and my granddaughters go out shopping. And we do a good old trawl and haul of the charity shops. This is one of the things that I got. Look, a beautiful blue jumper. And it's so soft and gorgeous and big and sweatery and, you know, brilliant. Anyway, I'm just about to take the labels off because the labels scratch the back of my neck. So I got something else. Well, I got a few bits and bobs, but I'm just unpacking the car. Let me just open that up a bit. This is like a long t-shirt sort of top with a little bit of swagger on the end of it, which I think is going to be very flattering. And I love stripes. It's Marks and Spencer's one. $3.50. The jumper was a bit more expensive. That was £10. But I think it's well worth it because I don't even think this has been worn, you know. I've just cut the label out. I can't wait to get into bed. I'm so tired because I stayed up really late last night watching a really good series, 6-part series with my daughter. Yeah, 2 o'clock this morning, I finally crawled into bed. So I'm just about knackered and I'm looking forward to getting into my bed. I've put my usual hot water bottle in there. Great for the back. Right, a quick look at a few other things I got before I just clamber into bed. This was £7. It is just beautiful. It is real velvet. You know what real velvet feels like. Beautiful sleeves on it, look. By someone called Marina Avram. Yeah. So it's vintage, very much so. And very gorgeous. Got this jacket as well. Beautifully made jacket. Oh, I love vintage clothes. And this is, see, pop my glasses on here. What does this say? Oh, Next tailoring. So Next, of course, look at the price I paid for that. Look, $4.50. Huh? $4.50. So it's a bit of a vintage Next, I'd say. You know, the quality of clothes has really dropped off a cliff over recent years. So if you can get vintage, like look at the way the little cuffs are done. Isn't that beautiful? Vintage is best. And of course it's unique. No one else is going to be wearing the outfit, you know. And also it means that you can just put clothes together in your own way. I got this 6 CD, The Spirit of Eastern Chill Out. I think I paid £2 for that. Lovely. Right, hang these clothes up and then get to bed. Well, I was taking Patsy for a little walk and I brought the loppers with me and I've been lopping back some trees well not trees but kind of shrubby bushes really on the driveway, but also collecting up some wood and I'll show you. Okay, here we go. So all this stuff here, all the long bits, just fallen ash. Wonderful. Makes great kindling. And making my way down through this pile. Lots and lots of stuff to jigsaw up. Yeah, very bountiful. Talk about bountiful. Look at my strawberries in the hanging basket. slug-free. I delight in that. And there's some acrolegia in gorgeous bloom. It's a beautiful morning, absolutely gorgeous. That's a perennial in a hanging basket. Let's see how these lettuce and salad leaves are doing. Oh, very well. Look, in the hanging basket, very well indeed. And I'll let you have a look at the stuff that's over here. Which I've just watered. Leaves and more leaves. And then round the side of the barn, let's have a look at that too. Well, I think they're doing splendidly, don't you? The only thing that's died back, because the frost got it, was the cucumber. Everything else is doing grand. These are my apple trees, absolutely packed with blossom. Yeah.